Sam Elliott played Wade Garrett in the original Roadhouse, but many viewers may not have recognized him due to one big change in his appearance. Wade Garrett was Dalton's best friend and mentor in Roadhouse, and he played a hugely important role in the movie. By the end of Roadhouse, Elliott had become one of the most memorable parts of the entire movie, and a big reason for its lasting legacy. Though Elliott was incredibly important to Roadhouse, he was also oddly hard to recognize in the movie. Elliott has some impressive movies in his filmography, but he's mostly known for his Western films like Tombstone and Gettysburg and shows like 1883. While Roadhouse was a Western, its modern setting was different from many of Elliott's most famous projects. Looking back, Roadhouse doesn't seem like the type of role Elliott would take nowadays, and the fact that he's so hard to recognize makes that feeling even stronger. It turns out there's a fairly simple explanation for why Elliott is so hard to recognize in Roadhouse. Sam Elliott doesn't have his signature mustache and haircut in Roadhouse 1989. Elliott's longer hair and stubble in Roadhouse made him look wildly different. The main reason Sam Elliott is so hard to recognize in Roadhouse is because he wasn't sporting two of his most identifying features in the movie. In most of the films Elliott has appeared in, he had short, white or gray hair with a matching bushy mustache that served as his only facial hair. But in Roadhouse, Elliott had long, flowing, salt and pepper hair and stubble across his entire face. That, coupled with how old Sam Elliott was in Roadhouse, made him almost unrecognizable. He was only 43 when the movie was filmed, so he looked considerably younger than some of his more famous appearances. One of the few ways Elliott was really identifiable in Roadhouse was by his voice. Throughout his career, Elliott has had a truly unique and gravelly voice that set him apart from other actors. He also had his signature deep voice in Roadhouse, though viewers had to really pay attention to connect Wade's voice with Elliott. While Wade's longer hair and stubble established him as an easygoing, laid-back cooler, Elliott's voice helped show how dangerous he could be in a fight, and it helped audiences recognize the famous actor. Sam Elliott is great in Roadhouse, despite its bad reviews. His performance helped turn Roadhouse into a cult classic. Roadhouse was not a very well-received movie, as it only earned 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, and is often considered a good-bad movie. Much of Roadhouse's criticism focused on the movie's over-the-top action scenes and cheesy dialogue that were used to provide cheap entertainment. While those aspects were, admittedly, drawbacks, Roadhouse managed to have an enduring legacy and find a dedicated cult following, largely thanks to Elliott. Wade had a palpable presence on screen every time he fought thanks to Elliott's physicality in the role, and his delivery turned some of his most clunky lines into iconic and cool parts of the film.